Hey, welcome. I am here with John in Bradenton, Florida. John, welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
You're very welcome.
So we've been here chatting a little bit, and I wanted to introduce John to you guys because he's got an interesting story. First, let's just start off. How old are you? Where are you from?
Well, I'm 52 years old. I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio. Years ago, I came down to Florida. I love it down here, you know, the weather.
You prefer it over Ohio?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah. So I understand that you're homeless. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long have you been homeless?
Since February 2nd, when I got out of federal prison. They offered me no halfway house. They offered me nothing to better myself, so when I did get out of prison, I'd have something to come to. The last day of my prison sentence, the warden came to me and said, "Mr. Myers, we can no longer legally hold you." And I said, "Well, where's my opportunity to get a halfway house?" And he said, "Well, I'm sorry that passed over your head, but here's a check for $156, a bus ticket to Sarasota, Florida," and they kicked me out the door and dropped me off at the bus station, and here I am. I have no family, and I have no support, I have no help, and so I'm living on the streets.
So since February, you have been living on the streets?
Yes, sir.
And what's like the worst experience that you've had on the streets of Bradenton in that time?
Loneliness. If you want a specific
Event?
really none, you know. There's a lot of homeless people here in Bradenton, Florida. It's an epidemic. There's a lot of good people here that are homeless. But I know everybody knows me, everybody respects me. You know, they don't have to worry about getting their stuff stolen when I'm around. They don't have to worry about all that, you know, because that's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. The reason I'm still homeless out here in Bradenton, Florida is because nobody would give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
I made a mistake and I robbed a bank. One thing I've said, you know, I would change a lot of things I've done in my life, but I'll never change who I am because I'm good people, man. And once you get to know me, you know, you realize that I made a mistake, but I paid for my mistake. But society won't see me as paying for my mistake. I'm still paying for my mistake, and I'll continue to pay for my mistake. And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
But I blame nobody for my situation but myself. I put myself in my situation.
Did anyone get hurt in the bank robbery?
Oh no, I apologize to the lady that I handed the note to. I didn't rob the bank for the money. I robbed the bank because I wanted to try to get the police to shoot me. It didn't turn out that way, but that was my intention at the time.
Yeah. And was that your first time you ever attempted to rob a bank?
Yeah, I'm not a bank robber.
Okay.
But you know, to commit suicide, man, it takes a lot of gut. It takes a lot of gut to take your own life. So I thought maybe if I did this, there'd be no repercussion because I would be dead.
Yeah.
You know, it just didn't happen that way.
Yeah. Are you glad that they didn't kill you?
Sometimes. Not always, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish even today, you know, I wish it would have happened. I wish I would have got shot, but I didn't.
Yeah, you think there's a bigger reason for that?
If there is, I wish I knew what it was.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that by design we're meant to know why we are here, you know? It's by design.
Right.
So I have big faith in that I'm okay. Like, you know, bad things happen to everybody, right?
Yeah.
And also everybody does stupid things too. But I can rest at night knowing that, hey, I don't need to know why this thing happened. I don't need to know why that thing happened. You know, just the other day, someone I've known for a very, very long time passed away, very young. I mean, your age.
Not very young. I'm not very young.
You're not very old. We live in Florida.
One thing about life, you know, that every man, woman, and child, everybody shares. I don't care how much money you got, who you are, how powerful you think you are. One day you will die. That's one thing that everybody on this planet has in common.
Yeah, absolutely. And we come in with nothing, and we leave with nothing.
That's right.
So, you mentioned that, you know, you went to prison for 8 years, and previously when we were talking, you mentioned that you've been to prison a few other times before that, 5 other times before that. Do you think this is it? You're done with prison?
Well, you know, when I was in federal prison, I changed one thing in my life, and that was everything.
Nice.
Today I don't do what I used to do. I'm not the same person I was. I don't do what I used to do. I don't run the same, you know, run with the same people I used to run with. I changed everything about my life. Yeah, I'm homeless out here, you know, but I'm not out here robbing. I'm not out here stealing. I've been out since February. I haven't had one ticket. I haven't had one court date because I changed what I do in life and who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I would change a lot of things I've done in my life, but I'd never change who I am because I'm good people, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And are you, do you have to like check in with an officer or anything like that?
I don't have any no, I'm not on
Nothing.
parole, no
You're
probation.
done.
I'm done, clean.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Okay.
I'm 100. If I'm friends with you, I got your back 100. Believe that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me ask you about an incident that that we briefly talked about too, about how somebody came into your cell while you were in this last 8-year stint. Tell me that story real quick.
Yeah, I was in there looking over a commissary slip, and a guy walks in and shuts the door.
Into your cell?
Yeah, and he says, "You know what time it is?" I said, "What?" He said, "You know what time it is?" And he comes up and he put a knife to my neck. And he said, "Bend over." And I had what you call a shank, a knife. In federal prison, you have to walk through a metal detector everywhere you go. I had one. I had a shank made out of a plastic cup about that big. I melted it down and sharpened it up. I had it in my sock. It wouldn't go off, and no metal detector, so I always had it wherever I went. So I turned around and I bent over like I was going to bend over, and I grabbed the shank and I came up and I fucking hit him with it. He took off running. I tackled him, hit him twice, and the guards were there. I mean, they were there quick. They maced me and threw me in the shoe for 8 months.
What is the shoe?
Special housing unit, like the hole.
Oh, okay.
And I never saw the guy again. Obviously, if he would have died, I probably would have got another murder charge. But he didn't die. But I never saw him again.
You didn't have that problem again?
No.
Okay.
No.
And in the shoe, is that to protect you, or is that to just like protect everyone else because you're now willing to stab?
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's the whole, you know, it's discipline.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're in a two-man cell. You never leave the cell. The shower's right in the cell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. It's like a little studio.
Yeah, right. You know, the shower's right there. So it is what it is. You know, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. You know.
Yeah.
I've had a rough life.
Yeah.
I've had me in this world, and that's it. Ain't nobody else. I have nobody in this world. I got me.
But let's talk about your childhood, because you also mentioned that you had a pretty decent childhood.
My childhood was all right, you know. Had an alcoholic father, but he wasn't so abusive to me or my siblings. To my mother, he was. He'd come home with a fifth of liquor, and he'd drink that fifth of liquor, and boy, it was on then. And then things started getting violent, you know. Alcohol.
Towards them mostly?
Towards my mother.
Towards your mom, okay.
The best thing my mom ever did was divorce my dad. My dad's not a bad guy, but you know, he's a person. He was going through problems.
Yeah.
But at that time, you know, he's why my family got torn apart. The alcohol.
Is he still alive?
No, my father did 2 tours in Vietnam, and he passed away a couple years ago.
Okay. Where was he at? In Ohio?
Yeah, he lived in Xenia, Ohio.
Okay. And what about your mom? She's around here, right?
Yeah, she lives down here in Florida.
Okay.
I don't talk to her a whole lot. You know, we've never been close.
Okay.
But,
what about your brothers?
My one brother still lives up in Ohio, and I have a brother that lives down here. We're not close. And I have a sister that lives down here. We used to be close, and she got, you know, they got their own lives to live, you know.
Yeah. Well, we all end up having our own lives at the end of the day. But you know, when was the last time you talked to any one of them? Like, what's the most recent contact with blood family?
I see my little brother. He was riding he's got one of those electric bikes. He was riding down to get it fixed, and he passed me by. We talked for about 5 minutes, and see ya.
How long ago was that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh, how random.
Yeah.
But before that, it was months that you.
About 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Was it an amicable conversation?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's my little brother.
Yeah.
I love him. I'd die for him.
Yeah.
You know, but he's got his own life to live. I got my own life to live. We run in different circles. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. Tell me about your kids.
I got 3 kids. My oldest son's 30 years old. He graduated from the Ohio State University with a robotics degree. He's doing very well. My second son just graduated from the University of Cincinnati. He's in forensic science. He just got married and had a kid. I'm a grandfather.
Congrats.
And my daughter's 19. She's going to school to be a registered nurse. my children, you know, are successful. Not so much on my part, but on their mothers. You know, their mothers, they did them right, you know.
3 moms?
Yeah, 3 different mothers,
kids.
you know, but...
Do they communicate to each other?
No.
They're just all independent?
Yeah.
As siblings?
Yeah, they are. But my 3 kids know each other because of like Facebook, what have you. You know, they know I'm their father, and you know, but that's a long story there.
Yeah. But no, sometimes people talk, sometimes people don't. You know, everyone has their choice, and sometimes it's like they're 38 and they decide to talk.
Let me tell you, if you think one time can't get her pregnant, 2 of my children were one-night stands. So watch yourself. That's the truth.
I know, it only takes one time, but it does take that one time.
That's all it takes. That's all it took.
Yeah. So let's ask real quick about your beliefs of, you know, spirituality, of God, of the universe, vibration. What's your belief structure?
Well, I don't believe that when you die you go up to these big golden gates and God judges you. I don't believe that at all. That's kind of preposterous if you do believe that. But I don't know what happens to you when you die, because I don't think anybody really knows, you know, but it's called faith. Faith is what you believe you believe this is true, you hope this is true, and you have faith in this, that it is true.
It's like with the absence of evidence.
Right, exactly. Right? And you hope it is true, and that's called faith. I don't know what's going to happen to me when I die. I don't believe that, you know, you're cast into heaven or you're cast into hell. I don't know, you know, in my opinion, you just die. And that's just my opinion, you know.
Yeah. Do you pray? Do you talk to God?
I talk to my higher power every day.
Okay, good.
My higher power, some things have happened in my life that there's no other explanation as to. It had to be something greater than me that this happened, and it's kind of you know, some stuff's mind blowing. Like there's no way that I asked my higher power for something that I needed, and I got it. You know, it's just you got to have faith, man. If you don't have faith, what do you have?
Yeah.
You know, I definitely believe there's definitely something bigger than me that created all the world and the atmosphere, the stars. You know, it's mind blowing. I've had some deep conversations with people about astrology. You know, if I went out here in the middle of this street right here and I went straight up in the air, where could it ever end? And if it does end, what's beyond that? I don't know what's going to happen to me when I die, because I'm not supposed to know. I'll find out when I die. And I'm not going to spend my life trying to figure it out, because you're never going to get the answer until you die. And I'll find out then.
Yeah.
Right now I struggle every day just to survive, you know.
What would make your struggle more bearable or lowered?
Money. People chase money. People spend more time chasing money than they do trying to find God or find a higher power.
Yeah.
And money is everything in this world. People say, oh, money won't make you happy. Bullshit. Give me $1 million bucks. I'll show you one happy guy, man. People struggle every day to pay bills, to do this. Prices keep going up. Wages don't go up.
Yeah.
Why is it that everybody on this planet can't have a place to live?
Yeah.
Why is it that everybody can't drive a new car? Why?
Yeah.
Because of this and greed. People are greedy.
Yeah, and I will say to everyone watching, I have a little donation link. If you want to go and donate, I will come here to Bradenton and I will find John and I will give him the money and I will record it and I'll even send it to you. So if you have that in your heart, please do that. There's nothing in it for me. There's nothing in it for the company that collects the money, the donation. I will find him and I'll give it to him. So help him out, you know, $5 makes a difference.
Even if you don't donate money, I'm not looking for handouts. What I'm looking for is somebody to give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Just an opportunity, man.
What could that look like?
Just somebody that could give me a place, you know, to plant my feet and give me somewhere to work and, you know, give me something that I can build off of. When you're living on these streets, man, there's no foundation, because I don't know where my next meal's coming from. I hustle and I struggle from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. This man here found me right here flying a sign, you know, but my sign doesn't say hungry, broke, feed me. My sign says I'm trying to earn money because I need an ID. You know, I'm trying to earn this, you know.
And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you the money that you need, which is very little money, right? But you just need that money to get your ID, and you have an appointment tomorrow, right?
It's little money to somebody, but it's a lot of money to me, because I've never had money in my life, and that money right there may open up the doors. This video may open up some doors for me.
Yeah.
You know, as I told him, you know, there's some things I've done in my life that I would change, but I'll never change who I am, because I'm good people, man. If you're my friend, I got your back 100, believe that.
Yeah.
If I got 2 cigarettes, I'll give you 1. If I got 1 cigarette, I'll split it with you.
Yeah.
You know, I try to surround myself with good people, and there are a lot of good people in this world. There really are.
There are. I agree. The people.
There really are, man.
I think by default we're born this innocent, beautiful baby, and then society starts feeding us, right? And what we absorb is a little bit of how we behave.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good out there.
There are.
You know, we
There
see
is.
bad, right? You turn on TV, turn on the phone. Bad.
That's because that's what people thrive on.
That's right. That's what they consume.
There's a lot of people that give to people because it makes them feel better about themselves. Like, oh, I gave to this guy. Oh, God, I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, come on, man.
Or bragging rights.
Right, exactly. You know,
Right?
it's keeping up with the Joneses, per se.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that tomorrow you can get your ID and you can get that job that starts Monday, right? I'm praying for you to actually be able to go through that, because living on the streets can't be easy for anybody, right?
No, it's
but
not.
especially for people who are, you know, over the hill, let's say, over 40 years old, right? When you're 20, you got lots of strength. You don't need to sleep. You can fight off easier, everything,
Oh, believe me,
right?
I feel like I'm 20, you know. I could whoop half these 20-year-olds out here. Ain't no joke, man, but, you know, it's you do what you have to do. You know, you don't blame somebody else for your problems, because you created your problems. If you want to look at, you create your own problems. You know, you're dealt with situations in life. You know, it's called perseverance.
Yeah.
And perseverance to me is when God throws an obstacle in front of me, He wants me to call upon Him to get Him to help me overcome that obstacle, and it's called perseverance. And every day is an obstacle for me, but you know, I overcome them every day because I do what I have to do to overcome that obstacle. I'm not out here robbing. I'm not out here stealing. I made one promise to myself that I would change one thing in my life when I was in prison, and that was everything. I don't do what I used to do. I don't run with the people I used to run with. I don't go where I used to go, and my life's changed. You know, I've been out of prison since February. I haven't had one ticket. I haven't had one court date. I haven't been stopped by the police, because I changed my life. I don't do what I used to do.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. And let's finish this interview off with this. Your limitations have just been lifted. Your state of mind has been refreshed completely. You got the best night's sleep. You got fed. It's a new day, right? But it's a beautiful new day. That's at least how you're perceiving it. Give us a bold desire of yours. What is something that you would want? Not like, you know, a cake or just like whatever, a car, right? Just give me a dream that can happen for you that would really fill your soul.
To meet a woman who wanted to build a life together. You know, that's what I know they say, oh, you know, love just happens, you know, and it does, you know. You can't choose who you fall in love with or what have you. But I would like to meet a woman and build a life together, what life I have left. You know, so if there's any single women out there, you know, and you want to kick it, and you want to get a hold of me, you know, get a hold of him.
Yeah.
That's what I want, you know.
So companionship, really.
Companionship, yeah, you know, I want to find someone I can come home to every night and cook dinner with and watch movies with and do all this with, you know. It's lonely out here. I'm a very lonely person.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's what I would like. I want to settle down, you know, and, you know, all my bar running and all my fighting and all this crazy stuff that you do in life, you know, I've sowed my wild oats. Yeah. And now I want to settle down, you know, and then just to enjoy the rest of my life with someone.
Well, look, right now we are September 19th, I believe, right? And do you think that by November 1st, a little over a month, that you're gonna have an ID, have a job,
Yeah.
and experience a different experience than you have since February?
You know, I'm out here by myself. You know, I have nobody. I have me, and that's it. You know, and when you go, I don't know how it is where you're from, but down here in Florida, you know, most places want first month, second, or
Last month.
first, last, and security. Well, you know, a one-bedroom apartment down here costs $1,400.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at $4,200 before they even turn the lights on, and there ain't even nothing to eat in the fridge yet.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Or no lights on.
yeah, you know,
no water.
I could get there if I wanted to go back and do what I used to do, but I changed my life. I don't do what I used to do. I go out here and sell dope all day and make good money, make damn good money.
Yeah.
Have me a car and have all that, but that's no life, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody.
I'm not saying you'll have a house by November 1st, but I hope to run into you again, and wherever it is, whether it's at a job that you're working or here on the street, to get a little update one day. And I really do, you know, hope you
Well, I'll
have
tell you what,
a
you know,
change here.
If I could just get enough money to get a cell phone, I mean, you can't live today in society without a phone. It's impossible.
Yeah.
If you don't have a cell phone, you can't even call 911.
Yeah.
You know, and right now I lack a cell phone, and you know, I'm trying to do what I have to do to get one, because that would open up so many opportunities and open up so many doors.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, anyone, if you have it in your heart, put a little drop in there, and I'll come back and I'll find John. So, John, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time here and just chatting with us.
No problem.
Here.
You know, just one word of advice to all you parents out there: if you got children, spend time with your kids, man. Don't put them in front of a computer and entertain them and all. Here you go. You give them all the video games. Spend time with your kids, man. Don't hire somebody else to raise them. Yeah. Because how can you fault how your children end up when you didn't raise them yourself? You know, spend time with your family. Family's everything. I have none. Family is everything in this world, man. Make time for each other. Stay off your cell phone. Stay off the internet. Put all that aside, man. Spend quality time with your family, man.
There you go.
And if you're out there and you're young and you're watching this video, don't be 52 years old and be me, man. Don't end up like me. Stay off the drugs, stay off the alcohol. The key to a successful life is education, and that's the truth. Don't be 52 years old and be me, because you're going to be sitting right where I'm at, miserable as hell.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and hey, if there's any single ladies out there that would like to take a chance and get to know me, get a hold of this man and we can hook it up.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Very
seriously.
welcome, man.